Welcome to How I Drink with Charleen and Ellie. Our podcast is like a group chat between your best friends, the girls' bathroom, and night out where you spill all the gossip on relationship dilemmas and life. If you're a return listener, welcome back. And if you're a new listener, welcome. How I Drink is out for you every Wednesday at 12. We also have a bonus episode every Monday at 12. And you can also watch us on YouTube on Thursdays at 12.
Looking like Miss Trunchbull again for
So
the second week in a row.
12. She decided to wear the same.
I just loved this outfit so much. I said, you know what? I'm going to come back in and wear it again. God.
Everyone said that Miss Trunchbull was the vibe.
She's just the it girl at the minute. Isn't
She's
she?
misunderstood.
She's boss bitch.
She's boss bitch. You're doing Halloween early.
Yeah.
Doing your cosplay of her.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like, I don't know what. Wearing the big blue house in
I know.
yellow version.
Little lemon lady. I like it.
Lemon strawberry shortcake. This week we've been joined by one of the hosts of Unveiled, the very lovely Niamh Cullen, for a chat all about her podcast, getting back on the bike, literally, and so much more. We hope you enjoy. So this week on How I Drink, we are joined by the lovely Niamh Cullen. Welcome to
Hello,
How I Drink.
girl.
You look like a little pink.
You look
lovely
adorable.
marshmallow.
Look at your socks as well. I can't cope with
I
you.
know, I didn't even mean to match, but I am matching.
You're so
Aw.
cute.
I actually found this coat. I have it years, and it was just in storage. I moved into a new house, and you know when you forget when you put like loads of stuff that you have away.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh my god,
I love
had
that
all
again.
this.
I know.
Yeah.
But then I get to be a hoarder because I'm like, what if I want that in a few years? And I love that when you find something you had, I'm like, I could always feel it that way. But it's
Yeah.
kept
If you
everything.
keep everything,
Yeah.
yeah, and just go back to it
But
after
you
a few
can't-
years.
Yeah. Have
I
you
would-
got like a storage unit?
No. I was just we had to put stuff while we
Move.
moved back to Jamie's parents' house. We
Okay.
bought a house
Oh
in
yeah.
East Wall. But
Congratulations.
thank you. But you know, you can
I
imagine.
know,
I
yeah.
actually saw you put on Instagram that assorted affair
Oh my
thing.
god.
I need that
They're
in my
coming again
life.
tomorrow to do my they can like help you move into, I know you moved in already, but like they can organize it from the get go. It doesn't have to be a mess to organize, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just even like
They
not
can do it from the start.
Yeah, even if it's just it fits in there, but it's just
Mhm.
not organized.
Yeah, like I don't like have I only have one small wardrobe space at the moment. I'm waiting for one room to get wardrobes in it. So when I say all my stuff is in bags,
Is it?
yeah, it's
So
awful.
you don't actually know what you even have. You should get them
No.
in when you get the wardrobe room sorted.
I
Are you
know.
gonna have that just as like a wardrobe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
That's
You know
the
what's
dream.
so funny, right? I had like a little mini hen on like the other day, and I was giving everyone a little house tour,
Mhm.
and then everyone was like, "Where's the nursery gonna be?" I was like, just because I'm getting married,
Yeah, yeah,
soon
yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm gonna have
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
yet. But then it made me think. I was like, obviously
Where
in the
would you
next,
put it?
I, I'm
Get
gonna
rid
have
of
to
your wardrobe.
sacrifice. I'm not sacrificing my wardrobe space.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, okay.
I'm not. We can share. Me and the baby can share.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Just
Right.
make
it
like a
made
little
me-
wardrobe.
Yeah, a little wardrobe. It made me
Aw.
think. I know I'm getting
Do you
old,
want
girl.
kids?
Yeah, definitely.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I honestly, so I'm getting married now in 5 weeks.
Is it?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And I feel like a child bride.
I feel like I would feel like that too.
No, but I
feel like
do
a
see
child
you
bride.
as so young. Like
I know, I'm 32
I don't.
and I act like 22.
I love that for you. though,
Yeah,
like, do you know
you're
what
so
I mean?
youthful.
No,
like.
I have such a young heart. I
Yeah.
think I always will. I'm just like a bit of a mess or a
Love
bit
it.
giddy,
Yeah,
get on
yeah.
the wild side of things sometimes.
Yeah.
And then even when they were talking about like getting the nursery, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like a teen mom.
No,
I'll
Literally.
feel like a teen mom.
Yeah.
I
I'm not like
will.
I feel like if I got pregnant, I'd be like scared.
I'd be
That
scared
like
to
my
tell
mom and dad would
anyone.
be
Yeah.
annoyed. I'm like, I'm literally fucking 26.
Yeah.
Like, I can do what I want.
I know.
It's so
It's
weird.
mad when you think that, isn't it?
Like the girls were like, I can imagine you when you do a video, you know, like there's some people do a video of them looking at their pregnancy test.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck!
Yeah. Like not the
No, I don't. I'd be
announcing.
delighted. Obviously.
Yeah.
I
Touch
know.
wood, it all goes
No,
well
I
for me.
know.
But you know, like I'd be the one that'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
Now
I know.
Are you buzzing for the wedding?
buzzing for the
Did
wedding.
it fly in? Did it drag in? How
Oh
are you
my god,
feeling?
it's been like the quickest year of my life. I can't believe I'm getting married in 5 weeks. Like life just moves so fast, and like people keep
I
saying to me, this
know.
is gonna be the quickest year, and
Mm.
it has been.
Yeah.
But like I'm organized. I'm feeling really relaxed and zen.
Good.
I've been like bridesmaid 9 times,
Ah.
so I know from all.
You're like that
There-
movie.
Oh, I was
Literally 27.
genuinely
There's 27 dresses or
Is
something.
before
Yeah.
Jamie
Yeah.
proposed to me. My friend asked me to be bridesmaid, and I think this was like dress number 6 or something or 7. I was like, oh my god, is he ever going to get the finger out, or am I just going to be 27 dresses? I know, I didn't mind, but I learned from like being bridesmaid because obviously you're always
You see
in-
it all
you
happening.
see it
Yeah.
all happening
Yeah.
really up close. And there's just a few things that I learned that I was like, no, I really want to be really chill on my morning. I want to be like really zen. And like I learned like what I've been learning is it's like really nice to enjoy these things
Yeah.
like coming up to the lead up and not be stressing out. So I actually have been enjoying it.
I feel like if you're really stressed out as well, it'll seem like a
ruins it
chore.
for
Like
you, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I realized I'm a bit of a control freak.
Oh, that's okay though.
And like,
Yeah, I feel like in processes like that, you realize things about yourself. You're like, oh,
yeah,
like
I like
this is how
being
I
a
am.
new
control.
stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like even with my hen, I had like a little mini Dublin hen for my family. But
So cute.
all my friends, well, like I had 3 bridesmen. They organised my actual hen
I love that for you. It's James, Frank,
and Josh.
Yeah.
So
And
cute.
I mean, I had no clue what was going on, what was happening. I actually tried to organise a bus down
Okay.
and a bus back, and they were like, "No." I was
No.
like, "Can I not even organise
My
a
transport.
bus? Just something to like
You
put my
left
feet."
everything in their hands.
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
kicked me out and I didn't know anything.
Wow.
But trust
It was-
James Kavanagh to get you a horse.
Oh my god!
and
love
Billy
that.
Bunzeri popping up
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
so good.
Like there was that just like a surprise after surprise, which was actually really nice.
so
But
nice.
then, like, it took me a while. I was like, I actually had to take like about 20 minutes. Now, I wasn't well at the time. I actually had pneumonia for my hand, which wasn't great. But I actually it took about half an hour to be like, what's actually all
Take it
happening?
in.
This
Take
is
it
all
all
for
in.
you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Where was your
yeah.
hen? Where was that?
We rented a house down in
Kilkenny, yeah.
Kilkenny, and you know it's so nice when you do get married and you have all these like lead ups. You just feel like so special, and you have all your favorite people around you just
Yeah.
celebrating you.
Oh, I know.
So like my hen, like I have like lots of different pockets of friends, and I was actually kind of nervous how they'd all be like
Yeah.
in one room
Yeah, I
or
was
like
thinking
for
about
2
that.
nights. Because
Yeah.
some are fucking mad, some are real chill, and I was
Yeah.
like, wonder
Yeah.
how they'd all get on. It was just like one little blended family.
Oh, I
It was
love
real
that.
sweet.
I
Yeah.
love people that you love. Get friends with other people that you love.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
nice.
You're a
You're like,
different
"Yay,
friend group."
you're
And then I
friends."
realized that they're all very similar to me. They're all a little bit mad and all a bit fun. I was like, oh yeah, this is why we're all, this is
Yeah.
why I'm mates with all of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah, yeah.
sense why they would get on
Yeah,
then, like in that
yeah.
case. So your choice to have bridesmen, what
Mm.
made you choose bridesmen? Were you just like, that's easier than having to pick all the different girls because there's so many girlfriends that you
I
have.
always think that as well. Like,
Yeah.
How do you
like,
pick?
and I think it's just is it a natural instinct in us to be because like sometimes I find myself lying in bed being like, right, I'll pick her from this group, her from that
Mm.
group, like different groups.
I'd end
well,
up
makes
with
it hard.
18, I'm like-
yeah, that makes it
Yeah.
hard too. So
I
the
know.
route you went down is
Really good.
You know,
really appealing.
like it was
It's also really different.
Yeah.
I feel.
it wasn't like it was a political choice because obviously I'm so close with all my girls, and obviously I've been bridesmaid so many times, and you feel like you probably need to ask them back.
yeah,
Like I would have had the 3 lads there anyway up, so it was gonna make my bridal party
Huge.
how many, like 12 people?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, the 9 people you were bridesmaid for.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm actually just gonna have the 3 lads, and it was funny. I
Aw.
said it to my girls first,
Yeah.
especially some of my like best friends, and they were like, "We're so relieved for you because
Aw.
we knew that that was gonna eat you up inside, not us. Like, we don't
Yeah,
care."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they were happy to sit back because all my friends are kind of like moms now, so
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, we get to sit back
Brilliant.
and enjoy it all."
yeah.
But I actually asked all my girls, like my close. There's like 9 of them are my school best friends, and like my Brown Thomas crew that I've been friends with for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
I'm getting them to wear black on my wedding day, so they're like my unofficial bridesmaids.
Oh,
So they're all gonna wear like different dresses.
Aw, that's really
So
cute.
I'm gonna get a cute like I'm gonna get a good few photos of like them being like my unofficial bridesmaids.
That's
kind of.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
so
So and they
cute.
were all delighted. They were like, "Oh yeah, we love black."
Do you,
Oh my God,
did you
perfect.
have to tell your guests then not to wear black? Is that?
Oh no, whoever
Oh,
can wear black.
doesn't
That's
matter.
just.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I asked them, I was like, "Is that weird that I ask? Is this?" I asked them at my hen, and they were like,
I love that.
"No." They were
Yeah, I
like,
love
"That's
black.
so nice. We feel like a part of it as well." And
Yeah.
so yeah, it'd be lovely.
That's nice.
I know. I'm trying to include everyone.
I know,
I
it's
know.
so hard.
It's so hard.
And will the boys have to walk up the aisle with
Yeah.
a girl? Or who do they walk up with?
No, they walk down by
Themselves.
themselves.
Oh,
like,
by
just
themselves, okay.
individually.
I've literally been to one wedding and I actually don't remember
What?
what that
Have
was.
you
Yeah, I swear to God, one.
Oh my god.
Caitlin's the time.
Ah, girl.
I'm
Yeah.
like a serial wedding guest. Like I've
No.
hemorrhaged hands and weddings this year.
I haven't. I think once
Hemorrhaged.
they come though, I'll have loads at once.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
what
all come at
happens.
the one
Like,
time.
but for now, I'm still like 26 is still.
Start saving for them now. They're so expensive.
Oh.
I know.
Your
Even to be a
outfit, your
guest at,
makeup,
like,
your
your
money, the
gifts,
card, and
yeah.
the money that you spend at a wedding.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm like tap happy. I'm like round of shops
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everyone.
For the whole place.
Yeah, come over.
Where's your wedding at? Is it Italy?
It's in
Italy, yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
I know. I
Oh
can't
my
wait.
God.
What made you decide on a like? I feel like a lot of people who would think of an Italian wedding would think summer. What
I
made you
know.
choose like
I give you
November?
That, right?
Is it?
So
Yeah.
I was meant to get married in Portugal, and I had a real bad situation that was going on for about 3 years. And ever since then, whenever I get like a really bad gut feeling, I'm like, no,
Trust
no,
it.
no, I can't go here. I
Okay.
can't do this. So we were booked in Portugal, wedding planner booked, venue booked. And I just woke up one day with this like gut wrenching gut feeling.
Stop
And
it.
I rang Jamie up, and Jamie was like, are you for fucking real? Like, we're just about to send out save the dates because we were just confirming like one more thing or whatever. And I was like, no, Jamie, it can't. I don't even think it should be Portugal. So it was actually Jamie that found the venue. And originally we always wanted Italy, but it was a place in Puglia. And then there's only one airport that flies out of Puglia, and it's Bari, and they only fly out 2 days a week. And all my friends have kids, and it's just like restricting them if
Yeah.
they needed to fly home.
Of
I was
course.
like, no.
Yeah.
So Italy was like our number one, and then we didn't want Italy then with the whole Puglia thing. We didn't really explore anyone else. Then we went to Portugal, and then I was like, no. So Jamie found this.
What do you think that gut feeling was like?
I don't know.
You
It's
never
funny, like
know, yeah.
I like be real into the woo woo, and like Nessa, I would be, and I like
I'm
my
like
gut
that.
feeling. And even with Nessa, if she was here now, she'd be like rolling her
Yeah,
eyes
yeah,
up,
yeah.
like she's my other co-host.
Yeah,
She was meant to be here today, but she's
I know.
I
Poor Nessa. I
know.
hope
if-
you're okay.
It's funny now. I'm catching my breath saying this because she'd be like, for fuck's sake. Niamh.
Yeah,
She'll
yeah.
always be like, you just didn't have a gut feeling or whatever. But
Yeah.
I did. I had this like gut feeling, and I'm so glad because as soon as I picked the new venue in Italy,
Mhm.
well, Jamie actually found it. I was like, felt so
So
relaxed,
relaxed.
and I knew it was the one. But to answer your question, the only date they had left was this date, November,
Oh.
and we
And, you
and
were
we
really
weren't
set
going
on
to push it out
Oh,
for another
okay.
year.
So it
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily that you wanted a November wedding. It was
No,
that was
it
available
It
for
was
taking.
the only date available
Oh my
this
god.
year.
So your
After
engagement was really quick then, like to your wedding.
Yeah, I think it was like just about a year.
I love that. though.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 2 years this December that we're engaged. So a year and a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 And would you
nice.
think that was enough
Yeah.
time for you to
To save.
to get everything
Wow.
like
Oh,
just
to get everything
plan?
organised?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I just don't know what goes in
Where
in
do you
it.
start?
Yeah.
where,
Do you have like a mood, like what you want your wedding to look like?
you know what
where
it
do you
is?
start?
Like I enjoyed going to lots of different weddings to
Mhm.
learn. And it's funny, like when it's the lead up to your wedding, or let's just say 2 years out would probably be the norm because you need to save for your wedding. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so expensive.
Yeah.
And we bought a house this year as
Yeah.
well.
In the
so-
meantime as well.
meantime.
Jesus.
So it's just honestly, it's just down to your budget and like
Yeah.
what you want to do and how many people you want to have at it, whether you
Oh,
want
yeah.
it intimate
Of course.
or you want like loads of people there. And I don't know, you just kind of like, I was just on Pinterest and
Mm-hmm.
thinking like, I just want my wedding to be what represent me and Jamie as a couple,
Yeah.
and that's a
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
So we
It will be a
love it.
party. Yeah.
we just
Sure.
want music,
Yeah.
high vibes, but you know what I mean, like good vibes, all like good fun and good crack,
Oh.
not formal,
Okay.
Yeah.
not like too
Fancy dancing.
fancy dancing,
Yeah.
just like real fun.
Oh.
And will you have something in Dublin, do you think? Or
Yeah.
so the way you had a Dublin hens, was that for people in your family that can't go? Or like
Oh no, I just couldn't have my family at my actual hen, like with all.
Oh
Yeah, you kind of want
my
to.
friends.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
know what you mean.
joking? I'd be up the
So
walls.
that's why they were separate.
Oh
You're very
gosh,
smart
yeah.
about all
Very
this.
Oh
smart.
no, like that, they're all like, I'm just as mad as them, and it's just a different level of fun. And
Yeah.
I'd be the type of person that'd be worried about my mom and my mother-in-law being like, it's
True.
okay.
I know, and you want to be able to
I
let your
get
hair
that,
down
yeah.
at something like
Yeah,
that as well.
exactly. But no, I think when you're planning a wedding, you just need to figure out what represent you and your partner as a couple, and
Yeah.
how you want the day to flow. So then you just look up things on Pinterest and you see different things in other weddings that you go to.
I'm fucking dying to see your dress. I can't wait to see your dress.
I know.
I know.
I
I'm
picture you
dying.
like a fairy vibe.
Very.
Yeah, like not short. I just mean like I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's sleeves, but like mesh or something.
Did you try on a lot?
No,
Did you not?
didn't try on one.
What?
So I give you a laugh. Like my mum used to work in a bridal shop. So when I worked at Brown Thomas, she used to always be like, come down and try on all these wedding dresses. And I did. She'd be taking pictures. So I tried on
Oh.
mermaid, A-line, every dress you can imagine,
Wow.
every dress shape you can imagine. I tried it on.
How old were you at the time then?
I was about like 21 or 22.
Okay.
And I tried them all on, and it was funny. In and around the time I was like in a different relationship, and then we broke up, and I was just like, I'm never getting married. So
Mhm.
I just never even had to think of like a wedding dress. And then obviously I've been bridesmaid so many times, so I was like, I'm always going to be the bridesmaid, and
Yeah.
the bride. So when I got engaged, it was like the morning we got engaged. that I was like, oh my God, will I look up wedding dresses? And Jamie goes, Jamie was like coming out of the toilet and I was like scrolling on Pinterest and he said something real sweet and my finger was on this dress. And it's the dress I bought. I bought it online, never
I got
tried it on.
goosebumps.
Yeah, never tried it on. Tried it on for the first time 3 weeks ago, actually.
What?
Yeah, I was like really running a risk and it was kind of expensive. So I was like really
Wow.
rolling a risk. And then also, it was like stuck in LA for ages. At the
Customs
time
and
that
all
I thought one of my friends was going over to the States and we had a plan that he was going to pick it up while he was over there. And it turned out that the dress wasn't ready then. So it was like stuck in LA for ages. But she actually flew business class home. I'll never get to business class, but my wedding dress did.
Oh my
What
god.
your
Yeah,
dress
but my
did.
wedding
So
dress
did you
did.
get someone
Yeah.
random to fly home?
God, it just ended up some girl that I actually put it up on my Instagram.
I saw you.
Oh
had it
my
up
I was
there.
I didn't even put up being like, can anyone help? I
Yeah.
was putting up being like,
Fuck.
what am I gonna
Yeah.
do?
Dress in LA.
I dressed in LA, spent so much money on my wedding is like in less than 2 months. But everything works out in the end, girls.
Oh my
It actually
god, it
does.
was meant to be.
Really
Yeah.
does.
So I tried it on and I loved it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
didn't try
wait
on
to
any other
see.
wedding dress ever.
That's mad.
Apart from those back in the day.
Yeah.
Is it white?
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen people. Someone had a pink one recently. I thought it was lovely.
A pink wedding
Yeah,
dress.
it was like a really light pink. But
Yeah.
it's gorgeous.
Oh, that's cute.
I know. I feel like I'd do that. Or something.
Definitely.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
definitely
it
see you in that.
It's just a really light, like a baby.
Subtle pink, like
Yeah, yeah.
that'd be cute.
Oh, I can't wait to see your pics. Not, and have
Yeah.
you got like a photographer and like everything over there?
Yeah, everything's
know, yeah.
booked. Everything's organised.
Unreal.
Like I booked everything at the start of the year, so I like fairly organised. But my wedding dress is a bit different. It's like not a typical wedding dress. So
Does it have
Tell you that.
sleeves?
would have sleeves.
Could have sleeves, she said.
I do.
No.
I do feel like it has a sleeve.
I'll
and I
show
feel
you
like
after.
it's like, oh, do you show people?
This is the running joke if Vanessa was here now as well.
I think I did see something on the podcast
She
that you're
was
telling
like-
everyone.
I did go through a phase of throwing a few different people because I was just either drunk and happy like
Yeah.
wedding dress.
That's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
me.
And I think I was showing people in a way that because I hadn't seen it in person yet or I hadn't tried it on.
Didn't
Didn't
feel
feel
real.
It was
real.
almost
Yeah.
like that I was probably seeking a little bit of approval from people
Of course.
Okay.
in a way.
You didn't
Yeah.
get that wedding dress shopping
I did. I never said
experience.
yeah. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
said like, oh, I'm saying yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
dress. Yeah.
So, but if Ness was here now, she'd be like, no.
If you show one more.
If you show one more person. But in fairness, I actually haven't showed people since I've officially bought it,
Okay.
which has been like
Okay.
a year and a bit now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or maybe I'll
Apart
show
from
more
us,
to you.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably show you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something from like a wedding that you've seen that you definitely wouldn't do? Not like a disaster wedding, but like like something that you're like, no, it's not,
not
gonna
a
be
bit
part of my
you.
wedding. Yeah,
You know what?
like something you learned.
and I'm not against like religion or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I just knew I never wanted a church ceremony.
Okay.
Just like I'm not very religious, and I
Yeah,
actually think they go on way too long.
Yeah.
and
They're
I
not
get
as
a bit bored,
personal,
and
I
they're
think.
not- exactly.
yeah.
They're not as personal, and we're actually making our ceremony really personal. Jamie's brother's marrying us.
Wow.
Yeah, like ours is like our
nice.
ceremony is like with poetry and music and stuff.
That's
Like real, like
Aw,
different.
I love that.
Yeah, like real personal. Like my mom's getting up to say a poem. Jamie's mom is my sister. And we're gonna do like we're saying our vows are going to be like lyrics of a favorite song that we. Yeah, like we're doing like all nice stuff. So that
Yeah.
was one thing I always
Cute.
never thought I would do would be get married in a church.
Yeah.
I'd also burn up in flames in a church. Oh my
It
god.
would
I'd
explode.
be like poof. My trail would be catching fire
Yeah.
on the way up. I'd be like,
You
douse
reckon-
that girl in
Yeah.
holy water.
Do you
yeah.
reckon you'll be like stressed on the day or will you be relaxed?
It's so funny. Kira Ryan's doing my makeup.
Oh,
Paid by Kira for my
yeah.
wedding. Yeah, her
Oh,
she's the
brother's
best.
actually Jamie's groomsman.
Oh
So it's
my
really nice. Yeah,
God.
Kira's doing my makeup for ages, and I actually got my makeup trial there done off her like literally on Friday. Just
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
And she was actually so nice. She sat me down because she knows what I'm like. She was just like, on the morning of the wedding, you have like little or no people in the room,
Mm.
and she was just like, we're gonna have like a zen moment, and she was like giving me loads of tips that I didn't
Aw.
really know. So yeah, I hope I'm zen.
Yeah.
I think
think
you
you
will
will be.
be,
You're
yeah.
really calm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just like, I just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so
And you
happy
will.
that all my friends and my family, please God, everything going well, that everyone makes it over there safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful for that, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
I just want everyone to have a good time. I want me and Jamie to have a good time.
course.
And
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
How soon before are you flying over? Like, how do you know when to go over? Or like,
So we're flying over like 3 days before the wedding.
Okay.
But we're having like a 3-day wedding affair. We're having like a welcome party,
Love that.
wedding day
Yeah.
and day 2.
Such a need.
Now this we need. Having everyone over there
Yeah.
and
Come
having a
on,
ball.
like yeah.
Right.
Couldn't
Cool.
bring everyone away for one day. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
yeah. And everyone gets to be
Milk that.
friends then
I
and
know.
all.
Yeah.
So
And it was
cute.
actually really nice. Everyone like blended real well with my hen and then with my little mini Dublin hen.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's real excited because loads of people have met.
And they're friends already.
And they're
like,
friends.
yeah.
So it'll be good crack. But no, I'm just hoping to be real chill. But I am going
Yeah.
over a little bit earlier. And I'll probably go into like Monica from Friends clipboard mode. Being like,
Taking everything.
Go around checking
tick,
everything.
tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick,
yeah.
tick, tick.
So
Yeah.
exciting. It's so nice to be in a room with like everyone that loves you for a
I
whole day.
know.
Because when do you ever get that again?
I know. You, like, God forbid at a funeral, but then you're
Yeah,
dead.
you're not
no,
actually
no,
there.
no.
You're
I
not
thought you were going
actually
to say
there.
God.
Not in spirit.
I thought she was going to say God forbid if you get married again. Like
I know.
that's what I
Yeah,
think.
no.
That's sometimes
Maybe that's why people keep getting married. Like,
yeah,
just to have the big bashing.
attention on me.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
yeah.
dress and all. Like.
Oh, not that I loved the attention on my hen. I was loving that like
Yeah.
everyone was catering to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd be the type of friend that
You do
caters.
that.
I do
Yeah.
act the service
So
for my
you got
friends
to, yeah.
all the time, and they were like, even my sister, we're 7 years apart, born on the same day, so like was
Oh,
so
I didn't know
different.
that.
Like I've done everything for her entire life. Like even she says you've been like a mom, a best friend, and a sister all in one for me.
Aw.
And even she was catering. She was nearly rolling the toilet roll off like the thing for me. I was on the
Shining your
loo. I was
shoes.
like, how tables have turned.
Oh my
Um,
god,
So
it's
yeah,
so
it's really
nice.
nice.
though.
Yeah,
That's
I've
so
really been
cute.
relishing in it now. It's been lovely.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
And
how's Jamie? Is he stressed?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, Jamie's been like a little bit stressed, but he's just like real. What's the word? Like logistic, analytic. Like he's like real
Yeah.
solution and like what
Yeah.
this happens and what's plan B. And I'm like, oh, fucking grand. Like,
What?
Yeah,
Plan
grand.
B.
Yeah.
It's good. Like we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he be real like everything's in
To the
order.
point.
To the
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
written down. Where I'd be a bit like that too, but I kind of live in the relaxed zone. I'm like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And how did you
Or-
meet actually? Yeah,
We
Jamie.
met at Bingo Logo.
Oh, I think I asked that before.
Yeah.
So that.
No way.
He took like my bingo cards and like
Aw.
filled it in. I think it was love at first sight.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
I love
But no, it was funny because
cute.
I was like coming out of a relationship at the time, so it wasn't all like rosy at the start.
You're
but
still in the midst
I was
of
still
like.
in the midst of
yeah.
figuring stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he like just was like, "No, I want you. You're mine," kind of thing. I was like, "Okay,
All right.
marry me then."
Yeah.
So how long until you were engaged then? How many years?
Oh, like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a nice time.
Did you know it was coming? Did you have any
I
idea?
had like we obviously spoke about marriage. I did know on the day that I was getting engaged.
Did
so,
you?
And I know if Nessa was here now, she'd be like, for fuck's sake.
Uh,
I genuinely
a
feel
gut-
things when something's gonna happen. It was the gut feeling, but I felt it. Like I was like, I woke up and I was like, I'm getting engaged today. And I was actually
And had you
doing-
even had it planned that day? Like.
But he was like, we always have a Christmas shopping day out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, every Christmas, it's like our little tradition.
So cute.
So he had it booked ages and he wasn't alluding to anything. We were just going into town to go shopping. But I was working in Kildare Village with Ethan and McNamara,
Mm-hmm.
doing something for her. And I turned to her and I was like, I think I'm getting engaged today. And she was like, what? And she was actually
Just
the
out of
first
nowhere,
person
like-
I text when I got engaged. Because I was just like, I actually ended up getting engaged. But it was funny. He acted he was acting a bit funny, a bit weird. And like, I would always be the one that would want to go for a drink first before we go shopping. He'd be like, no, we need to get the shopping done first. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to go for a
Come
pint
on.
and,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
relax. Because you spend
Yeah.
more money when you're a bit,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
tipsy. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
woo!
Yeah.
Especially at Christmas, like, in,
Yeah.
what's the,
The car's getting tapped.
yeah. But he wanted to go for a drink before, and I was like, no, let's go shopping. Let's get the shopping done. Like you always give out to me if I
Yeah.
wanted to go for a drink before. But then, yeah, when he proposed, like he didn't even get down on one knee. He was shaking. I was like, I think you're meant to get down on one knee.
Oh no.
And he was like, oh yeah. Here's will you marry me?
Oh.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what you said, or is that like a blur? Are you so like excited in the moment?
Yeah, he was. It was actually really sweet what he did. He was like, we went to the Gingerbread Man. You have to go. Have you ever been there at Christmas?
Best pub ever.
Oh,
No, you told me
beautiful.
to go.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh,
I've never
Charlene,
been.
you'd love it. They
You
actually
have
do it
to.
up at Halloween as well. So go
Do
in for
they?
Halloween. Yeah,
All
yeah.
the decorations. Like.
So we were like walking along. We came out of the Ginger Man and I was like, right, come on. And he was like, so when you come out of the Ginger Man, you can walk like 2 ways to go to like Grafton Street. But he wanted to go up by the Marion Way. I
Mhm.
was like, we're just putting on time
Extra
for
time.
ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to go in and see the lights. I was like, the lights aren't even fucking on, Jamie. It's 4 o'clock in the day. Like, it's bright
Literally
out.
daytime.
Like, come on.
She's like, grow up, Jamie.
Like, come
Jesus.
on.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, come on. I just want to go in and see them. I just want to go in and see them. And at this point, like, I was resisting so much. I was like, why are you acting weird? Like, why are you doing this? And he was like, would you not just follow me? And I was like, okay. So anyway, I walked in and I'm like strolling into Mary and I was like, yeah, the lights aren't on. Let's leave. And he goes, turn around. And I turned around and there was like an envelope hammered onto a tree and it had my name on it. So I took it down, opened it up, and I opened up the car and had turn around. Now he was meant to be on one knee, but
And
he
he's
was just
just-
standing there shaking me like,
Oh.
I don't know what he said. He said something real sweet, and he actually was real emotional. And I was like, but I wasn't, and I'm usually really emotional. I was just a bit shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Even though you knew, it's still like
I know.
it's
I
like that
know.
moment that you're thinking of your whole life and it's actually
Yeah.
happening.
I feel like you imagine yourself to be one way, but you
Yeah.
genuinely won't know how you are until you're in the moment.
I
No.
know. It's funny, like, and then we're
So
engaged. Like,
exciting.
it's gas.
I love that.
And you're also a podcast queen.
Mhm.
Well,
You're
kinda.
just done.
Well, I am.
Yeah,
I
you
am.
are.
Yeah, you
I
are.
feel like I'm not. I feel like I should have my co-host here, and I
I
don't.
know.
I know.
So I'm not a lone ranger at all.
No.
Really, you
No.
need to. Yeah, I can do a
love-
solo pod.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I can't do solo
too.
anything.
Ah. I had
I
one.
hate
I
it
had
on
to
my
do one on
own.
my own recently. What was I doing? I was sitting here going, "How long is left? Or how long have I been talking for? Can we wrap this shit up, please?"
What
I was
happened
Yeah.
to me?
How
I was
do you-
away.
I
I
think
was
so.
away. Yeah, yeah.
like, because I need someone to answer my questions and
I
like
know.
You're just talking into the abyss. Like,
into
Yeah.
nothing. And you're just
Yeah.
like, how do people do that on their own? I
Yeah.
couldn't.
I couldn't.
how did you two meet? You and Nessa, your
Me and
co-host. Mm.
We met in like kind of in Brown Thomas. So there's like a queue of us that met,
Ah,
and then we just became real close. And you know, like when you just have like a natural bond with someone,
Mm.
Yeah.
but like we're so different,
Mm-hmm.
but so alike. So like on the pod, she'll like call me out on all my bullshit. Not that I have a lot of bullshit, but like I suppose I'd be a bit naive and be like, oh no, and the
Yeah.
woo woo, and she'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like that's not reality, Niamh. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know? So like we're definitely like a yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll also like mellow her out a little bit because sometimes
Yeah.
she can be real like sharp and straight shooter, and I'm like, now come on.
yeah.
That's
Do
good.
you
Though.
know?
That's a good balance.
Yeah.
A bit of naivety is good.
Yeah.
'Cause
And It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it is
And then
good.
also she's just like not on Instagram. Like her
At
Instagram's
all?
on private. Yeah. She just loves the
Wow.
chats.
And does she
good.
now get like stopped and stuff from the podcast? And how does she
Sometimes,
feel
yeah,
about
she
that?
has got
Yeah.
like an EP. And where was she? I think she was like in Dingle. And she got she's like, oh, you do the pod. You're unveiled with Niamh. And she was like, yeah, what? Like,
I'd say that's mad. As
Yeah.
not having being someone that's on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Just
Yeah.
literally
Being-
does it for
no,
the chat.
that-
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, she just does it for the chats.
And how did you think of the name?
Unveiled.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
love that.
We were laughing. It was actually a kind of like dig at like bloggers Unveiled. Yeah, just
I
like we were
remember
thinking about it
that.
one day. We were like, we'd love. I don't know how we thought it was going. We were like, I think we were digging at bloggers Unveiled
Yeah, yeah.
a little bit, and then she was like, oh, we'll just call it like Unveiled and like
Unveiled.
unveiling things in life. But it was a dig.
Do you
with
remember
Bloggers
Bloggers
Unveiled.
Unveiled? That was like the OG.
Yeah, it was kind
like,
of iconic,
drama.
wasn't it, at the
It
time?
kind of was.
Yes.
Apart from like all
Like-
the terrible stuff they
Oh
said.
no,
it
no.
was iconic.
Obviously, like people got tore asunder.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do feel like it did have to shed light on some of the things that like went on. Like
Yeah.
I do believe there was like a level of bullying
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
happening.
To certain people,
But then-
especially like.
I don't know.
I remember a clothes size thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was. Oh,
Someone
Yeah, I
selling
remember that.
clothes and they'd cut off the size. of
Yeah,
the
and
clothes.
pretend it was a different
Yeah.
size. Yeah. They put me up before when I was doing a squat and they were like, you know when
ew,
you're
bloggers Unveiled.
yeah, like I was like, I made it, everyone. No,
Yeah.
it was like do you know when you're squatting and you go up and you're clenching your arse and it looks
Clench, yeah.
like it looks
It's
like
flat as a
shit.
pancake.
It's
Oh,
literally,
yeah.
it goes inwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
granddad arse.
They
I call it.
screenshot
Yeah.
that and it literally goes like goes like cellulite. Like
Yeah.
literally just one, two. And then they screenshot that and put it up beside a picture of me just like
Pose.
posing me and like obviously photoshopping and all. I was like, hardly
Oh.
the thing's fucking tiny even in the other one. Like if I was gonna Photoshop I'd do it fucking bigger.
They did.
Well-
They put something about me before saying that I used the word culture.
What's wrong with that?
I was like, my mum and dad are literally the biggest cultures in the
You're not
land.
allowed to say culture.
I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I was like, I literally call my mum and dad cultures all the time. They're from the depths of
That was-
Limerick City. Like,
Was it an Instagram page?
It was
some-
Instagram page.
It
I
was,
don't
wasn't
even
it?
know.
I remember they called me out, and I remember sitting down. I was getting my hair done, and it was when I was over in Coachella, it was like 2018. I was like, oh my God, like this is not the time to be getting cancelled.
No.
I'm like living my life, best life
Literally.
out here. But I just got called out on something stupid. It was like me like doing sunbeds, but then being a brand ambassador for a tan. But I was like honest to my detriment, and I
Yeah.
still kind of am.
Yeah.
And I told people, I was like, look, I don't want to like lead you astray. Like I have done 1 or 2 sunbeds before I've gone on holidays.
Yeah.
I do not promote them.
Yeah.
But I think actually, no, someone took a picture of me
In the
at a
sunbed
sunbed shop.
Oh.
And I was just like, yeah, grand, girls.
oh,
I'm
yeah, I
sorry, I'm not
do.
promoting sunbeds. I'm not going to put up like that I'm in the
Everyone
sunbed
do
shop
this.
because I
No.
don't want to make people do them. But yeah, if you want to know, I have done 1 or 2 before my holidays.
And also, if you're promoting tan though, like as long as you're showing the before, which is probably like when
Yeah.
the sunbed's in
Yeah.
and after, you're still showing the before and after. Some people
Yeah.
just have a bit of darker skin anyway, like to begin with.
Now, obviously, sunbeds are so bad for you, and I don't
No.
think you
Yeah.
do them.
Yeah.
Like, very bad. But it was something stupid, and then I remember barking back at them, being like, "No, I said I'm not lying. Like, I
Yeah.
did say I did them, but I'm not flat out on them. And the tan I'm using is Bald Stan."
Yeah.
Mad time, is it?
It's crazy.
That was mental.
There's so much craziness. Even now.
So
We heard
weird.
you're the 5K runner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Girl.
So when did you decide to do this whole 5K runner thing?
You know what?
How did the idea come about?
I just said one day, fuck this, I don't want to go on a run. And I'm just going to make up.
I want to look fresh. I don't look sweaty.
I don't look sweaty. No, so many people text me thinking it was me. And I was like, girls, I don't even have my full license. Like, I won't be getting it for that. Like, I'm
you
hardly
drive?
getting in a car. But like, sorry,
Imagine Eve getting pulled by the police.
I know.
or something, like, yeah.
I'm just doing my 5K run. I'd be finishing in a sec. But like, do you used to believe that was true?
No.
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 I would. When you think about it, it's a logistical nightmare.
But
It
the thing that I don't find believable about it is if you were the girl to do that, you wouldn't tell a soul. You wouldn't be
Yeah, I wouldn't
publicly
tell anyone.
at something being like, so this is what I do. Like if it was you doing the 5K run and then getting in your car, you're not going to.
But what, I don't get why they'd get in the car. Just run and pretend that you've done 5K. Just take a few clips every so often.
I think they had like obviously it says the
No.
distance.
Oh,
No,
and they're
yeah,
what?
yeah. But then I'd be like, the pace is obviously
fucked.
Yeah,
too-
one
like,
minute-
like,
1 minute
yeah,
per
but
K.
yeah,
Like
so fast unless they're snailing up the road.
No.
No, that's I can.
I think it was
No.
a really good story, and it was
a great
it
story.
was a story that got a lot of engagement and a lot of people
Mm.
talking.
Yeah,
But I don't
People
believe
thought
it's
it was
true
me.
because you wouldn't admit it if you did do that.
No, I
sure
would
there was
rather.
loads of us out. Like you, I think you were the most, and then poor
I was the
Ava
most,
done a
and
bit.
people-
Ava Ho done
You
it.
actually
People
God
liked
love
the co-
her.
like loads of likes on the comment, and people still were believing it. I was like, that is not me.
Ava was commenting on it, and someone was deleting her comments. The poor girl couldn't even defend herself.
I
My
know.
God.
There is such a like toxic
Yeah.
bully place on TikTok though, isn't
It's
there?
scary.
It's so scary. That's why
Instagram
I-
is not like that at all.
no.
But I think it's towards anyone who posts on TikTok. I don't even think it's just influencers. We obviously got a lot of, you have more eyes, but I think even when
Mm.
someone is just starting out, like people are just vultures on TikTok to
That's
anyone.
what I mean.
It's like where they go to take their, it's like the new Twitter. They go to take their anger out on
Well,
someone.
they go on as if they're the professionals and like they have the like authority to say whatever they want to you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck off! I'm eating a bowl of periwinkles. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Why do
Like-
people give out the why for animal
Tell me how to
cruelty?
cook them and all. No,
Oh.
them things aren't real. They don't have any eyes or anything, do they? I
I
don't.
don't know.
You know.
Niamh, I actually follow you since your Snapchat days.
Oh my god.
When you done
GXO,
abs before bed.
behind the braids.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, but I think I only follow. I don't think I really use it on Instagram much of the time. But I had it on Snapchat, and you done the abs before bed.
Oh my god, yeah, my ritual.
And you used to
every
go to the gym, and I used to love getting into
Yeah.
bed and watching it every night.
getting up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Are you still?
you were.
Like that
I was
now?
always in awe of you.
I do. Yeah, no, I still get up early in the mornings, but because I coach in the evenings now,
You need to have your energy.
I need to have my energy
Yeah.
for the morning.
Okay.
Or for I wouldn't be able to coach. But like I do love getting up in the mornings. And I still kind of do my abs before bed.
Stop.
I need to do
Now,
that.
like obviously you don't get abs from doing abs before bed. You need to be doing actual weight training and
But
like,
it
eat
helps.
correctly.
Yeah.
But like you know what I found? I just found a good little kind of
Routine nearly. or-
serotonin
Booster,
dopamine
yeah,
and, like
yeah.
like oh, if I'm doing this, I can do something else. You know, I
That's
did it
good.
as like a little
Yeah.
motivational piece for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to love the abs before bed.
So
I still
good.
do them with Jamie.
That's good.
Do you do it in the bed?
No,
I
I
eat a
do it on
curry
the
before
floor.
I
I
think
go
I
to
used to do them in the bed.
What?
I'd be like,
Yeah, but you
"Ah."
can't. No, the only thing
You
is,
can't.
like, obviously, the gravity on like your
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
know. I was
would
just
actually be better for your core because you'd be holding more
Yeah,
tighter
true,
to
true,
move. But
true.
yeah, they were the old
Um,
days.
so
Aw.
anyone who's followed you for a long while now will know you went through a really tough time
Yeah.
recently. How are you feeling now?
Like actually so much better. But God, like I
Aw.
didn't think for a while I was
You
going to
went
like
through
come
it.
out of it.
Yeah.
Have you talked about all that like
No,
properly
like
or?
the stuff that I went through.
Yeah.
I've kind of like I haven't really
Alluded.
spoken about it online, and I probably
Well,
won't because it was
yeah.
like a legal matter. And I didn't do anything wrong. It, you know, it
Before
wasn't
people say,
before people think,
assume, yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
do anything wrong. But you know what it was? I think it was like probably one of the darkest places I've ever been to. But I did get help. Like I did go to therapy and I did go on like I went to the GP and got like medication.
Mhm.
Now I'm not on medication anymore and I'm going down more of like a natural kind of route and like I look after myself a lot better. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's really hard when you're going through it. Like
Mhm.
genuinely at one point I didn't know whether that door was gonna open where I was gonna feel good again. Like it was like a really horrible
Aw.
place. Especially coming from a person or personality naturally that would be like always very positive
You were
and
so
upbeat.
yeah.
And like I wasn't positive. Like I wasn't a great partner. I wasn't a great friend.
Mhm.
Like I wasn't a great daughter. I probably wasn't a great sister, but not in a way that like I was mean or malice. I was just
Mm.
like I suppose like geez, I was like dead to the world. Like I just like wasn't
Mhm.
myself. Like there was lights on, nobody's home.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. And it was just like a level of stress that penetrated so much that like put me into a depression.
Mm,
And I was in a depression, I'd say, for a good year and a half.
oh my God.
And did you find that? Because I feel like you're so honest online. Did you
Mm,
find it hard? Because I feel like when I even go through something, we can talk about it. You feel like when you come online, you're not being
your true
yourself.
self,
Mm.
Yeah. Did
authentic
you
self.
find that hard?
Yeah, like that was one of the main things that like
Yeah.
made me pull back from Instagram more
Mhm.
because I would have came from a place how I started on Snapchat and Instagram
Showing
was like a real
everything. Yeah.
authentic, transparent. Like I showed everything. I showed my good days, my bad days, and I
Mhm.
talk about them so naturally. And I found a healing as well, talking about like anxious days or whatever. But these weren't anxious days that I was having. These were like full depression,
Yeah.
like can't get out of the whole days. And I found it really hard not being able to talk about what I was going through because I couldn't.
Mm.
And then it went on so far that actually still don't really come on and talk as much as I do on
Mhm.
Instagram anymore. And I hope I do break down those doors one day, but it's just, I'm so nervous to like let myself be vulnerable again online. Like, because I'm
Yeah.
still,
Anybody would though after what
yeah.
you've gone through, like
Yeah.
you
And it's
would
just
feel that.
like trust issues. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Trust. Yeah.
do you know, it's
Yeah.
like hard going from like being really honest, being authentic. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still authentic when I do come on,
Yeah.
but I used to, I'd come on a lot more and share a lot more. But like what happened with me just made me like really like
Pull
retreat
back.
back. And with that then people probably saw a difference in me, and then like I probably lost followers because they were like, she's not being honest, she's not telling us what she's doing. And there was a time where I just like wasn't posting the organic content that I used to post all the time, which would have been like workouts and feel good motivational stuff, because
Mhm.
I wasn't doing that.
Because you
Yeah.
And
didn't
people
feel
who would
good.
have like
Yeah.
my foundation of like what people would have followed me on was, gym and
Yeah.
fun and positivity, and I just like wasn't posting
Mhm.
at all. And when I was posting, I was either out or going to a festival, and people were like, I don't find this relatable anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Was it like a vicious cycle of like not posting and then
oh, not
being
posting it.
scared because you didn't post and then just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
keep
it was
going?
awful. And
Yeah.
then it was just like a whole confidence thing. Like I was
Mhm.
just didn't feel confident. And with the medication I was on, I put on like a little bit of weight, which was natural. It wasn't the weight thing, but I was just, yeah, just like wasn't in a good space with it.
Mhm.
So I kind of came offline a little bit. Like I was there, but like not as there as I was. But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get there again. But I'm sure you can relate. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's so hard coming on to, all these eyes.
It
You
Yeah.
is,
don't
and
know.
especially I think when you go through something, you become more aware of like everything in the world, and then
Yeah.
you become more aware of that people are watching and like
Mm.
people are saying. Like I'm sure you heard probably people making things up
Oh.
when
Oh,
you
I'd say
because
you've
you
heard
because you
so many
because you
stories.
weren't saying what happened. So
Yeah.
and then you lose trust in people. 'Cause you're like, how could you think that or say that? And like
Yeah.
then it just becomes
Yeah.
They think the worst automatically,
yeah.
nearly.
They want to believe. Like some people want to be the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah. No, the amount of stories that people had made up about me.
Is
And
there
like,
any mad ones that you've heard that you can share?
oh, one of the stories was that like Jamie's family were paying for me and Jamie's rent in somewhere, and like Jamie was gay.
Oh,
It's like,
Okay.
I know he's not gay.
Yeah.
That was a
pretty
few stories
creative.
I heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Have to
another
give
one
them
was
that
like
creative.
like a big feud between like me and another influencer, and I was like, this is so not true.
Wow.
Like, and that this other influencer was suing me, and I was like, oh my god,
Where
like
did they
this is
pull
so.
this
Where
stuff
did they
from?
pull this
And
stuff
it's like
from?
it's unrealistic for you. You can't come on every day and address a new rumor and be like, guys, just letting you know this one isn't true today. Jamie's not
Yeah,
gay.
honestly, it's not. He's not
Like,
gay.
Yeah.
And then I suppose when those rumors were going around, when you're in such a bad
Shit,
shit
yeah.
place, like I was spiraling.
Spiral.
Yeah.
And it was making me feel worse, and that's why I just like probably wouldn't come on for Instagram for about a week or like delete the app, because everything
Feels
was
like a
just
lot.
you're so hypersensitive, especially
Yeah.
when you're in a bit of a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like not good. But
Yeah. Like one message can just like tip you over
oh my
the.
god,
Definitely.
one comment or like
Yeah.
one little thing.
Yeah. What made you decide to like eventually go to GP and say like I actually can't? Because does it get to the point where you actually can't function and you have to go and make
Yeah,
that decision?
I think it got to a point where the stress was just way too much, and I was doing I was using all resources that I could in terms
Mm.
of like I was going to Reiki, I was doing meditation,
All the
I
things
was
they
doing
say
all
to do,
yoga,
like
I was going to regular therapy, like I was seeing a therapist like
Yeah.
once a week, and then just speaking to the therapist, speaking to Jamie, I was like, I'm just like I'm not good, and like it's a really scary place. Like there was a point where I don't want to get upset because I'm not going to get upset, but I just like didn't shower for a couple of days. Like you couldn't get me out of the bed. I wasn't eating, and then like I'd come out of like a 3 day of not eating, and then I'd binge, and
Mm.
I wouldn't want to. Like I genuinely didn't want to speak to anyone. I didn't want to see anyone. I was just like would hide myself under the covers. Like I wouldn't even be watching telly. Like I didn't watch telly, like nothing. I would just hide under the covers and cry, and just be like, I want this to be over. And it came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm going to go out for a walk today. Now I never had suicidal thoughts, but I did have this moment of being like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like I just can't be here. Like I can't deal with this stress. And it's just like with my family and stuff, like they would have had stuff going on at the time. And I kind of felt like I had no superior to tell me you're gonna be okay. And then Jamie was like, I think this is a lot deeper than you think it is. Like I think this is more than stress.
Mhm.
I think you're depressed. I was like, I think I am too. So I spoke to my friends about it, and they were like, yeah, just go to the GP. And I did. It was the best thing you can do. Like, you
Mm.
wouldn't walk around with a broken leg without going to the hospital and getting an x ray. And I think as well, like the stigma around mental health and, medication, there's such a taboo about it in Ireland. And I did have a bit of taboo about it because I would have had a family member, still have a family member who suffers really bad with their mental health. And there was a point of me that was like, oh God, I don't want to end up, I don't want to be like them. I don't want to do
Mm.
this. I want to, try use every resource I can before I go on medication.
Mhm.
But no, like I needed it. Like I was lifeless. I needed something to pick me up. I needed, let's say I was lacking in iron. I needed iron. I needed
Yeah.
the supplements to,
Yeah.
Mm.
make me feel better. And I did. And I did see a change. It definitely like got me back on the straight and narrow, made me like realize things for what they were, and not like, because when you're in like such a bad state, you catastrophize. Yeah,
Catastrophize.
I'm dyslexic at the
I
moment.
think
I
it's
can never
catas-
pronounce.
I think it's catastrophe.
But everything is just so much worse than you actually think it is, and the spirals and the overthinking, and you know, I used to think the maddest things. I used to think that people around me that were close were gonna like die, and that
Mhm.
I was gonna die. Like it's just like a horrible place. So when I went to the GP, I was like, you have a chat with them. They kind of do a little like analysis on you, and they give you like the best. But they basically chat you through like the best things that would be for you.
Mhm.
But what I would say, the one thing that I recommend is like counseling and therapy. Like I still do that like every second or third week. It's something that like I won't shy away from I don't know. I hope never.
Yeah.
It's definitely given me like the tools to, I suppose, manage, like, manage my emotions, manage my stress, manage, my everyday life and how things can affect me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think as well, I was probably recklessly not realizing, going around thinking I was okay for about, like, I think what happened to me, I felt like everything happens for a reason, and I can't believe I'm saying this now, but I do believe that was meant to happen. I'm sad what it did to me, but there was just stuff like even in childhood for me that I was just like burying, and a lot of like how I'd react and things I would like be in relationships where I'd like seek so much validation, and
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that about myself until I actually did therapy. And now that I've done so much therapy, I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah, you find out so much
you
about
find,
yourself.
don't
I
you?
know.
It's like releasing the bear, though. You're like, do you really want
Yeah,
to do
like,
that?
yeah,
And
do I
then,
Yeah.
do
want to open this or
I
not?
want to
Yeah.
open this closet? But I'm so happy I did, because I've learned so much about myself. And even, I have so much, I always would have been a very compassionate and empathetic person, but I have so much compassion and empathy for people's situations and
Mhm.
scenarios, and like, people's behavior. Like, I sit back and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they don't, like, I'd say they don't mean that. Where my friend would be like, fuck off, she's
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
a bitch. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but you don't know, she could be going through something. Like, I've so much more, I suppose, self-awareness and
Yeah.
a little bit of emotional intelligence that I never knew I had.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah.
So in like the weirdest way possible, do you look back at that time in your life and think, now that you're on the other side of it,
Yeah.
not Jesus, obviously not that you're glad that happened,
Mm,
but
mm.
that it was such like a learning curve kind of thing? Or
Yeah, like, oh God, like, to say,
did you ever think you'd ever say like that you're on the
Anything good about
Yeah.
it?
yeah, you know what? I do believe, and I know it's so cliche to say, like, I do believe everything happens for a reason. I
Yeah.
do believe that happened me for a reason, and it taught me a lot of lessons.
Mm.
And I definitely, because it was with, basically, the thing that happened was with friends of ours, and I have now realized it taught me a lot of lessons in myself, that I just used to think that everyone was my friend. I used to think
Okay.
that everyone was nice. And it gave me a lot of hard truths, because I
Yeah.
was probably putting way too much trust in
In
people.
everyone,
I've
yeah.
been hurt so much in my life, through school, in my 20s, with people who I'm thinking are my friends, and my friends
Mhm.
always telling me they're not your friends, Niamh. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna like
Just be
burn you. And I'd be
cautious
like,
of people.
no, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since then, I've now, in a good way and in a very healthy way, put a bit of a, not a wall up, but like,
Protected yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
protecting like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
energy, and
yeah.
like,
Of
I
course.
know, I suppose, see things for what they actually are, not in my head that like it's all fairies. And
Yeah.
do you
It
know,
brings you down, like, in a good way, down from. But it's also nice to be with fairies too.
yeah, I'll never lose like the
No.
woo woo fairy stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I am glad it happened, actually, because I think there's a lot of stuff that has now happened in my life that I probably wouldn't have done if I had kept
Mhm.
doing what I was doing
Mm.
with other people. So
I think it's
yeah.
made you realize like what's important and
yeah,
like
oh my God,
yeah.
it's like so important. And
Mm.
just, yeah, but like mental health, like, so for anyone's listening, even you girls, like,
Mm.
don't be afraid to speak to someone.
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
I think therapy, it should be like the
Yeah,
dentist.
we say it
like,
every
Well, Cher's a
every
therapy
episode.
stan.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah, because you could relate as well, like,
Yeah.
just going through a hard time. And
Mm.
I feel like it's like gym for the brain.
Yeah.
Like, I go and I feel like it's like minding my
Well,
mind.
it's
Like,
exhausting
yeah.
after.
I
like,
hated it, girls. I
Yeah.
hated it. I just felt like you were
Maybe just, like,
dragging
have-
something on. Like,
That's what I said.
I
to
just
Ryan.
got no, like,
Do you not think maybe like you just haven't found the right therapist, though?
I never went back, so I never had a
Yeah.
choice to find
My
another
little
one.
sister's the same. I was trying
Fuck
to get
that.
my
I went
sister
up
to
just
do it.
roaring, crying. Like, what? I'd
But
come
that's,
away
you need
from
to
it.
get it all out and then put it back in a good way.
No,
Yeah.
but I was just crying for 50 minutes and had to pay someone to hear me cry. Excuse me.
But sometimes that's what you need. I'd pay someone.
No,
to
because then I'd go
listen to me
home
cry.
and just be
Yeah.
crying as well. So, like, no.
Oh, but like that's why you need to keep going, because like some of your best sessions are actually the days that you go in and you don't know what you want to talk about.
Yeah, they're
They're
real
like
awkward. I'm like, I'm actually alright today.
Yeah,
And then she's
Surprisingly,
like,
I'm okay.
ta-da. I'm
Yeah.
like, never mind.
yeah. Woo.
Remember the last session I done, we end up like wetting ourselves laughing because I was telling her, I was like, I think I'm actually a control freak. I was like, when I was a kid, I used to throw myself off my bike to practice what it was like to fall. And she was like, that is not normal.
That's
Like,
definitely not normal.
so I knew what it felt like if I fell off the bike. Like,
Oh really? You
So
were already
bad.
like pre.
I would fling myself. Like my mom says, she remembered me just like being on the bike and just flinging myself off, like threw myself off the
Not
back.
to hurt yourself.
No, it was on the grass.
I was on the
But
grass.
like I'm sure it wasn't not sore. Like
Yeah. Oh God, love you.
it's pretty bad.
Mm.
I think I was like
Yeah.
6. Yeah. She was like, yep. And we were just wetting ourselves. So I was like,
Oh.
she was so cute.
You're okay now.
I don't know where I found her.
Hmm.
I think it was my mom.
Well, Ellie, I think you should. Would you like to go back to therapy?
No, Jesus, no.
I
No?
think everyone should go to
My
therapy.
brain's
Same.
fit as a fiddle now, girls.
No, but
Fine.
you think that until you go to
You think
therapy.
No,
that
it is. I'm grand. Like, I am having a jolly old good time in life. I swear to God, what would I go to therapy for?
You know, it's
There's
actually.
nothing wrong.
You know.
Surprising.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Looking a little
Joking.
cute.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what the funny thing is? Me and Les actually share the same therapist.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
That's
And
God.
she's a legend.
Did you?
I'll actually
Did
give
one
her
of you
your number.
recommend? To
Yeah,
the
Ness actually I was seeing someone before who actually wasn't great. Like now that I look back,
back,
she
yeah.
wasn't amazing for me. I think I need someone that's real. I need to be hugged. I need to be loved. I need to be told.
Oh,
you know.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And then after being like, right, come on, get your shit together. This is
Yeah.
what you're gonna do. Or therapists don't really do that. They kind of make you figure it out for yourself.
I hate that.
I know.
I just want tell me what to do.
Yeah, tell me
Like,
the
tell
answer.
me
And they're
what
just
to do.
talking. They're just looking at you and like,
Yeah.
But
And
it's-
how
it
does that make
sucks.
you feel?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
off.
It makes me
Yeah,
feel
terrible. What
but
you
then,
mean?
but then also it teaches you like. Then when you do figure out yourself what's wrong, you're like, oh my God, I just said that myself.
I know.
And then they're like,
And do you in your sorry, Ellie, you'd know if you were in therapy.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not involved in this.
About like staying in your circle and not jumping into other people's circles.
no.
I do a lot of that.
Oh, what's that?
Because my therapist was like, you jump into too many people's circles because you want to try fix them and help them. And she was like, sometimes you're exhausted.
You need to fill your cup.
You need to
Wow.
fill your cup and
Mhm.
stay in your own circle. She was just like, what they do and how they act is how they're gonna be. So you need to just
Yeah.
come back into your circle then.
Oh, I love that.
You know, so
You
sometimes
spend too much
you
time
know, like
there, then you're like living for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, you're drawing an imaginary circle around yourself. You're like, nobody's allowed. Oh,
Staying in.
nobody's allowed in here.
Mm-mm.
someone told me before they imagine, I can't remember who it was, they imagine like a blue flame around them to like protect them.
Oh,
If they ever feel like nervous, they just imagine the blue
Look
flame.
at Ellie.
What are they, a fucking Pokemon?
I
Get
can't,
away,
I
will
can't
you?
remember who it was.
Grow up.
I can't remember who it was, and I was like,
They're like a
really
Power
good.
Ranger. My blue flame. Like, what? They're like,
I can't,
no.
I couldn't tell you who it was. But it was like if they ever feel nervous, they just imagine that. I was like, oh God,
yeah.
that blue
Don't know.
flame gonna burn.
Don't know
But
about
it's
blue
nice
flame.
to have like a visualization of something.
Yeah, of course.
Not blue, maybe not blue flame.
Not
No,
blue
for
flame.
me.
I
Who
don't
would
have an
use it?
imaginary circle either.
Yeah.
It's in my head.
I
I'm
feel like I need a visual. Like I would need something to think of.
do you?
You can be walking around like one of those blind
Like, I
dogs
see-
that has a hula hoop in
I
front
see
of
the
them.
days of the week as like shapes and all.
Huh?
Do you know that thing synesthesia or something?
Yeah, they say that like you're a certain type of person. If you see the days of the week as like this way or like this way,
Mine
Okay.
go no, mine literally go like
mine go left or right.
no, mine go like up and down and all.
Mine
Right.
go left to right, I think.
Yeah, left
Yeah,
or right.
yeah.
Monday.
Left
Yeah,
to
mine-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday to
Oh,
Friday.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
But just in a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Mine
just
is
words.
like I wish I had a pen. I have a
Or
dip
maybe on the
liner.
weekends we get a bit squiggly. Who knows?
A bit up and down. Are you actually gonna draw for us?
I always start with Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday.
You
like this.
start your week off with Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday,
What?
then around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of like a clock, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday.
Give her the name of that therapist, will you? Quick.
For my whole life, I've seen it like that.
Excuse me.
It
then
kind of
one
makes
choking
sense.
her.
Saturday, Sunday, are your down days.
No,
like, that's
But
your
I see it
weekend.
as like half a wheel, like yeah, it kind of is my like down,
down
and then,
days, and
then
then
Wednesday's peak of the week. It's in the middle, like
is that like a German thing?
no,
It's like a hat.
it's fucking weird, Charlene.
It's like a hat.
It
Or a
is like a
turtle.
hat. Yeah, but just always seen it like that.
That's a mad one.
Yeah, and some people see. I don't see it as like, but like songs as colors and all.
I know.
That's not me.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool though. I wish I had that with this weird hat.
That talent.
Fucking days of the week. You are now coaching in Perpetua.
Yeah.
Is it weird having
How you
like
finding it?
a job again, like a
Yeah.
regular job?
You know what it was? So I used to, so when it all went downhill, before it went downhill, what I had was like a gym kind of thing, and it was like all around music and things, dancing to the beat or whatever, moving to the beat. So Perpetua, I've just found like a new love.
So cool.
But you know what? Like I'm loving it so much for two things. Obviously, one thing it's scratching the itch that I always had in terms of like the fitness realm and like what I was trying to do before. It all kind of makes sense, and I just do it on the bike as such. But then, like, I find Instagram really lonely.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too
I
sometimes.
find like I love to be going like who's my HR manager when someone's trolling me
Yeah,
like
Remember I was going to just get a part-time job
Yeah, she wants to go get
for a
part-time
while. I
job.
was literally like, I might go like be a barista or something. for
But
2 days.
remember when we came in here first and we were saying like, oh my god, like it feels kind of nice to have like like an office, like in a routine,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like structure,
yeah,
routine.
yeah.
yeah.
And like
Mhm.
us, well, I suppose men as well, but like I know us women, like we work better on routine. Like it's like where we thrive.
Yeah.
So for me, knowing I have that, but then I have it and I love it, but I also and like I'm getting a workout done as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so
happy
much
fucking
fun.
days.
And then I'm on like Microsoft Teams.
Fun.
Like I like that's what tech people have.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm like,
Wait, what do you mean when you're in the class?
Like
no,
that's
not
the,
like
no.
but like how they communicate. So Jamie just be always on white. He's like, oh, you jumping onto Teams here, and I'm like, what? Like he just be
Well, we
talking
have
to all his
Teams calls.
We have Teams
Yeah,
calls.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have Teams? Like, but yeah, whatever.
I
So-
done in college as I had Teams all the time.
Oh, did you? I never
Yeah.
had it before until now, and like it's how
Do you
you
feel very
communicate.
official? Like?
Yeah, I feel very like I'm in a job.
Where is Perpetua?
There's a few. Isn't
There's
there?
two. There's
Which one?
Windmill and Lennox Street. You should
Is
come.
there more coming? I bet there's more.
Girl,
than that.
first thing that comes into my head is parking.
No, it's really fine.
No, it's really fine for parking. But
I
my
hear
classes are
anything in
really
town,
fun. I trick
knock
it
on.
into working out. Like it's
I just
music,
can't-
high vibes.
I can't do the
Up, down.
and the psych at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
we did one together.
We did them together
Yeah.
for the two girls.
The two girls were
Before they
doing it,
went,
yeah.
But I just can't get the grip of the rhythm being different on the feet and the arms.
You get
No
there.
hand-eye
'Cause
coordination.
You were
girl.
like, just go right, left, right. I was like, what do you mean? My legs go right, left, right. What do you mean? Like, I don't get it.
It's just like to the beat. You just kind of move. You get used to it after a while.
Is
And
it- are they only bike classes?
no, there's like tread and tread, which you do.
Do you
on
do
a
that as well,
treadmill.
or just
I'd
bike?
like that.
Oh, I just
You
do
just
the
turn
bike
bike,
stuff.
Oh.
But the bike is fun.
No, I hate it. It hurts my ass.
No,
I
no,
love bike.
You don't be. I don't have you on the saddle a lot actually.
It hurts my legs then. Trying to keep this
Point.
girl up. Fuck that. Too
We
sore.
should go. We should come.
Dear, you should come.
We'll go in the back row.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
one will
we
see.
should
Actually,
go.
there's
Don't-
mirrors.
But it's a full DJ set. We've like lights with that, like
Yeah, the
lights.
music actually is pumping. Like.
Yeah,
Okay,
Do you
we'll,
give,
we'll
like-
come and try one.
Do you do
Please.
like affirmations during it and all?
yeah, I do. You know me.
Yeah.
If Ness was here now, she'd be like, for fuck's sake. I love a motivational piece. I'm like, right, girls. Yeah, I love like doing a little quote or a little something.
That's nice
Like
though.
Kate done before, it was Taylor Swift one, and she was like saying all these affirmations. I felt like crying. I was like,
Yeah.
so nice. She was like,
I
we
know.
say you are beautiful, you're strong, and all. And everyone was saying, I was like, this is so cute. Like, Taylor Swift
Aw.
playing.
Now, sometimes
was
I have to
really
be in the
cute.
mood for that.
Yeah.
You know, when people are like
Yeah.
pushing on you, I'm like, I don't want to say that today.
No.
Yeah. when you don't feel beautiful.
Can't
Yeah.
force it.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
then, like, the thing is, I say that, and then when I'm coaching, like, I have to do it. Like, I have to switch on.
Yeah.
I have to be like, right, motivate these bitches.
Yes.
Yeah.
We go on and back from NY.
Yeah, will we?
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we will. Niamh, thank you
So-
so much.
Niamh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
That
everything?
was
We love
it.
you.
We
Yeah.
love-
I feel like we
love
could chat for so
you.
long.
I know.
Thank you so much for coming in.
And we'll have
I love
to
you, girls.
do a duo podcast. at some
Yeah.
Oh
point
my God,
when
yeah.
Nessa's
Well,
better
Vanessa's back
again.
and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should do like a little games of
Crossover.
like who knows who better between
Yeah.
like a Mr. and Mrs.
Battle of
stuff.
the
I don't know if
podcast.
we've ever done it. Have we had a podcast collab? Like with two girls? No.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I
first
love
for
you,
everything.
girls.
Love you.
I
That
love
was
you.
so nice. We're going to move on to our secrets from the stall. So we try give you the best advice that we possibly can in the segment from a dilemma that gets written in. So they're all sent into our email address, which is homeidrink@goloudnow.com. And this is this week's dilemma. Myself and my boyfriend have been together 5 years and are completely obsessed with each other. We have similar interests and have been friends a very long time before our relationship. The only issue I have with my boyfriend is that he's definitely a homebody and I find it hard to get him out. I love walks, doing anything outside, and the odd time also love being at home. Don't get me wrong, we often go on dates to the cinema, local football matches, and food, but I find his need to be at home difficult. Sometimes it gets in the way of our relationship as I am in his house every day and would love him to make an effort to come down to me the odd time or do more outside. Even just a trip to walk the dog is a battle. Whenever we do go out for the day, he comes with me or he comes to me. I find it to be a special occasion, which I don't think is normal or healthy in a relationship. How do I bring this up to him without him getting offensive as he always does? Or do you have any tips for getting him down to me more? Thanks, girls.
So they obviously both still live at home.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder has he got like social anxiety?
I wonder is it something just to do with her? No, what she said. I was gonna say her house, but she finds it even difficult to get him out on a dog walk.
Anywhere, yeah.
I love being at home, so I relate to him. Love being at home.
Is this
Home.
Graham undercover?
Yeah.
change a few details.
Can't get Ellie out of the gap. I just love. Home is just safe
Yeah.
and cozy. And
Maybe that's how he feels.
I do think in my head, like, when that house is not my mum and dad's house, how sad I'm gonna be. Like,
I know.
that's a thought that runs through my head. Like, if I live near my mum and dad's house, like, I'm gonna have to drive by that house and be like, get out, it's mine.
Maybe you should live in it.
That's what I was like, just buy it, love. I'm
Buy
like,
it, yeah.
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 When I win the lotto.
Yeah, so cheap.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he thinks, is she more comfortable going down to his house or?
Yeah, it's hard when you're in together so long, and if he's getting defensive every time. But maybe maybe like, why don't you like go? I'm sure she's probably already tried this. It sounds stupid, but like, can we just maybe like asking, can we do something like go on a walk or see what and kind of see what he says, and then be like, why? The question why he's always saying no to things.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be only going out to places on a special occasion,
No.
like a birthday or an anniversary. Like,
Yeah. Like, I wonder, was this an issue from the beginning, or is it only 5 years later she's finding it? Like, is he just in his comfortable stage now of being like, oh, don't really need to be doing
I
things
know.
anymore? Like, you need
I feel like he's always been like that. The only issue I have with my boyfriend is that he's definitely a homebody. I find it hard to get him out.
you need to date your partner for the rest of your life. I thought that's
Yeah, yeah,
like actively still dating.
yeah.
There with-
And I think ask him to do something, say is a cinema or like, sorry, not cinema, like something outside of what you usually do. And then if he's like no, just be like, well, I really would like to, and like that's important to me. And I feel like
Mm.
once you voice that something's important to you, then
how they react to it
it's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
says a lot, kind of.
yeah. That's a tough one.
Maybe do you start small, like
Yeah. Like maybe it is a touch of social anxiety, but you just wouldn't say it.
like on a Saturday morning,
Go for a
go
coffee. or-
walk to the coffee shop or something,
Yeah.
or like small little things. Like I wouldn't be taking the fella up Kilimanjaro anytime soon. or,
No.
like
No,
an excursion,
no.
something small just to get him out a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever go? I wonder, do they ever go to pub or anything, or like?
Said just cinema, local football matches, and food. We often go on dates, but I find his need to be at home difficult.
Why don't you book a romantic night away?
Yeah.
That's still technically home. You're
Yeah.
you're in a hotel room with just you, and
And him.
you might have a bit of food downstairs,
Yeah.
whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you're not surrounded by loads of people in that kind
Yeah.
of sense, and that's getting both of you out of your environment. So you're not in his house, he's not in your house. He's are away from the comfortability.
Everyone else, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of his four walls. like-
Yeah. Something like that might be.
And maybe just having something always planned that you
Yeah.
know what you're doing next, because you'll feel a bit like, oh, is there nothing on now?
Yeah.
Like,
You feel like you need to panic and look for something to do. Kind
yeah.
of throw it to him in a way to be like, we need to have exciting things to look forward to, and like
Mm-hmm.
try and get him out that way. And like Charlene said, I think just express to him like, it's important to me to have plans and be out, and like I don't always want to just
Yeah.
be sitting in. And
What about like a double date? So I feel like that'd be good
Yeah.
if he's friends with the guy.
true, yeah,
Get him out that way,
That
because then
could
you
be
can't
one.
really cancel and stuff. Do you know?
yeah,
Maybe it's just about him getting comfortable, and like it's maybe being social isn't something that he loves doing, which is fine. But if it's important to you, then it should be kind of a middle ground where it comes to. And if he really feels uncomfortable, he should be able to tell that to you
yeah,
and be like, look, it's actually 'cause I feel really anxious or like have social anxiety.
yeah. But it's once you know that.
Then
Like
it's
if-
then
yeah,
you can work on that. Like
course.
that's another thing. But please keep us updated.
Yeah.
You can always send updates for any dilemmas if you have them. Just write update in the subject line and pop us an email. And it's holdmydrink@goloudnow.com for any dilemmas. Gonna finish with our peak and bleak of the week, our best and worst of the week. My peak is when you listen to this, I'll be back. No.
Oh fuck, it's gonna be over.
shit, I'll be back from New York. I'll just have had a great time.
Yeah, that could be your peak on your bleak.
Yeah.
because you'll have loads of stories to come home with.
I'm really sad that's going to be over though.
No, don't think you haven't even left yet, girl.
I know.
Don't even think like
that
that
happened to
yet.
me in May. That happened to me in May when it went with the girls. I was like, I'm really sad 'cause I know it's going to be such a good trip and it's going to be over soon.
You think way too far. in
I
advance.
know. I think I have anxiety.
Reel it in.
Yeah. I need to relax.
You've so much to look
Never
forward
been
to.
relaxed ever.
Never a day in her life has she been relaxed.
What is it?
Peak, we're getting closer to the live show. Bleak, we're also getting closer to the live shows. I have nothing to wear. So
Oh,
hopefully
peak next week is Halloween week.
spookily dookly. I can't wait to watch Hocus Pocus.
Same.
Can't wait.
I love it.
And just have a grand old spooky night.
No, that's as spooky as they go. That's all.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Not even scary.
Nah, you need to
I
watch
used to be
like
obsessed with the cat.
Insidious or something or Paranormal Activity.
No. Never
Or
sleep
something
again.
really bad. We watched Saw the other night.
Mm-mm.
It was shit.
Anything, that new film's actually really scary. The one, you seen it all over TikTok? Your one's in it. Is it Demi Moore? It's meant to be real gory and all. It's meant to be
I don't like
disgusting.
gory horrors.
It's meant to be vile. People get sick in the cinema and all.
Yeah,
Like,
Saw was just weird. Like you're
Yeah.
just looking at like that's so unrealistic. I hate it.
yeah.
Gory things I don't like, but like frightening things I'm like
No. See, my heart would just stop.
love it.
Which is coming to a halt. Guys, thank you so much for listening, and thanks so much to Niamh Cullen for being
Aw.
so open and joining us this week.
We love you, Niamh.
We love you. You can check out her podcast, which is called Unveiled now. You can also go back and listen to our bonus episode from Monday, How Much Drink Extra Juice. Make sure to listen back to that now before a new bonus episode comes out next Monday. Don't forget, you can also watch us on YouTube now, with the full video being released every Thursday at 12. Make sure to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast. And we'll see you on Monday. Bye. I mean,
Bye.
love
Love you.
Bye. I
Bye.
keep doing that. Goodbye.